Taxila or Takshashila on the banks of Vitasta was once ruled by the king Kalingadath. He was a follower of Buddhism, but in his kingdom there were several who advocated the Vedic religion. The king never forced his subjects to adopt the Buddhist creed. Only when people voluntarily approached him, he used to initiate them. Among those who thus adopted the Buddhist creed was one rich merchant called Vitastadatta, but his son Ratnadatta was an ardent believer of Vedic cult, so he was always condemning and cursing his father. You are a sinner. You have strayed away from the virtuous Vedic path and adopted atheist creeds. Instead of worshipping Brahmins, you take to beggar worship. This accursed religion is for those who do not bath properly, who eat any time of the day, who lead a life of ease without let or hindrance, lounging in the viharas along with loafers of all the castes and communities. How could you take it? Ratnadatta would ask his father. And his father would reply with great pain in his heart, Son, you seem to think that external symbols are the true creed. Do you believe that real Brahmanism is that which is inherited? To control one's emotions, to practice the virtues of truth and ahimsa is a true Brahmanism. Why do you always abuse and curse this noble creed which offers protection to all living creatures? You should develop tolerance and charity. But Ratnadatta, whose heart was filled with hatred, did not listen to his father's words. His attitude to his father grew from bad to worse. One day, Vitastadatta went to the king and told him all about his son. The king said to him, on one some pretext or the other, you bring your son to me. I shall see what I can do with him. The very next day, Vitastadatta came to the king accompanied with his son. Ratnadatta. The king pretended to be enraged at the mere sight of Ratnadatta. He shouted to his servants, Seize this traitor and behead him at once. Ratnadatta listened to this and shivered with fear and dismay. His father pleaded before the king, I beg you, your highness, to consider well before acting. The king seemed to be reluctant a bit. He said, Well, then I shall postpone the punishment for 2 months. At the end of that, bring him to me. You can now take him home. Ratnadatta pounded well in his mind as to what crime he would have done towards the king that he should be ordered to be beheaded. However, much to his thought, he could not find any reason for the king's anger. Day and night he could not forget the impending death, and he was greatly agitated in his mind. He could neither eat nor sleep, and at the end of 2 months he was so emaciated that he appeared to be more dead than alive. At the end of 2 months, Vitastadatta took his son to the court and presented him before the king. What is the matter with you? Asked the king, seeing the woeful condition of Ratnadatta. Are you not eating food? I never ordered that you should go without food. Your Highness, replied Ratnadatta in anguish. With your command that I should be killed, you also commanded that I should neither eat nor sleep. Fear of death has brought me to this state. So, now you know what fear of death is. Like you, everything desires life. Now tell me if anything can be nobler than the creed of preserving precious life, said the king. These words of the king brought wisdom to Ratnadatta. He at once fell upon the king's feet and begged him to initiate him into the Buddhist creed. The king gladly did so. Thank you.